This brings us to the third and highest level of ownership, the priority certificates. If the idea is really important to Mark and he needs definitive proof he is the first proponent of the idea, he can apply with us for a priority certificate. We assume the role of expert authority and rigorously examine Mark's claims, similar to patent examination. Upon finding that his claims are valid, we grant Mark a priority certificate for the idea. Even though Mark applied for a certificate in October 2024, we allow him to claim that he conceived the idea on the idea creation date of December 25, 2017, which is 7 years earlier. People who work with patents know how important it is to secure an early priority date. Priority certificates are formal documents, similar to patents, attesting that claimant is the first to conceive an idea or to make a discovery. However, they are different from patents. First, the certificates have been specifically designed for non-patentable ideas, discoveries, and professional achievements. In fact, the wide majority of ideas and discoveries are non-patentable. The certificates provide only recognition and prestige, but no economic rights. The public can freely use any ideas or discoveries described in a certificate. In that sense, the certificates are non-intrusive forms of intellectual property, as explained in the Oxford article. The very fact that there are no economic rights involved makes the certificates 3 to 5 times cheaper than the patents, and no lawyers needed. The certificates will be obtained primarily for important achievements, such as medical firsts and scientific firsts. For example, a medical doctor may obtain a certificate attesting that he is the first ever to perform a certain surgical procedure, as shown here. The doctor can display the certificate in his office, on his website, and so on. The certificates will bring him prestige, more patients, and consequently more money. In addition, certificates can be used as an inexpensive and non-intrusive alternative to patents. The value of the certificates depends on the authority and credibility of the grantor. Certificates granted by prestigious organizations such as Google, Stanford, or MIT are likely to be valuable and in high demand. Consider a certificate granted by Google attesting that Dr. Conrad is the first ever to perform a certain surgical procedure. Such a certificate would formally recognize Dr. Conrad's achievement. That could bring him prestige, more patients, and consequently more money. The sequence of services presented combine to form a complete priority and credit system for ideas and discoveries. We help innovators from the very first moment they come up with the idea, through all steps for securing credit and recognition, 10 years down the road and longer. Users are free to choose how far to go and when to move to the next step. In addition, the priority certificates and our rating system will allow us to determine the top 20 ideas of the year in various fields. We point out that the first two services, registration and priority claims, are really easy to implement and inexpensive to run. Everything is performed automatically by a relatively simple software, and we already have the software. The priority certificate system is quite involved. However, we do not need to implement it right away. We may postpone that for 3 to 5 years until we get traction with the first two services.